off into my garage. For a number of years, I had a harpsichord in here that was under construction, and sitting next to it was an organ. My wife said that I couldn't have both of them in the garage, so I finished the harpsichord and went on to the organ. And the organ sat for a long time, not having anything done to it, but as of late, I've had some time on my hands. So I finally got in gear and finished it up. So just a brief history of the organ. It came from Matthew's Presbyterian Church, and in 1997, when I started taking organ lessons, my mother at the time was Director of Christian Education at Matthew's Presbyterian Church, and so I would often go to the organ and practice, and it was actually this very organ. And Matthew's Presbyterian Church is the same church in which I served as Director of Music Ministries right out of college. And so during that time, I had some experience with it, though by the time I was there, we had a larger worship space with a larger and bigger organ. And the funny thing is, when Matthew's Presbyterian recently got a pipe organ, they moved the newer Allen into the chapel, and there was this one that didn't have much use anymore. So I offered to purchase it, and they graciously accepted. When I went over to pick it up and take it apart, I reached in the cabinet down here under the bench and pulled out a piece of paper that was the first page of Buxtehude Toccata in F that every young organist plays. And I held it in my hands and I said, "This is my piece of paper." When I was learning that piece back in 1997, I had stuck that piece, left it on the organ, and it got stuck in the bench. And I bought the bench with that piece of paper still in there. It's somewhere. I should have had it ready to show you. I was like, oh, that'd be cool, but I didn't. The way I'm playing this is through the program of Hauptwerk, and with the help of Artisan organs, I was able to rip out everything that was of no use and install new MIDI capable software and hardware to allow me to play it directly through a computer, which is now gone. And so now I'll show you just a bit about the other side of the instrument. I think that I was only smart enough to take one photograph of what the insides looked like before I started work, and even then it was after I've already ripped out half the instrument, and I think I have that picture here. Everything that was in this organ disappeared and was replaced with 1, 2, 3, 4 stereo boards and a control board, as well as a power supply. And that's all that's necessary to run an organ. This one is crooked because I needed this cord to reach to here, and I've got another one on order just to make that telephone cable not so taut. This Allen organ was wired through diodes, and that was incompatible with MIDI connections today. And so I was given some cabling with color-coded wiring to make it a lot simpler by Cornell Zimmer organ builders, and that made the process of resoldering just a lot more easier since everything was just laid out and color-coded very nicely. So the organ is playable now with just this little bit through the program of Hauptwerk, and I'd like to express some thanks to Mark Anderson at Artisan Organs. He was very helpful in me navigating the last few steps, and my dad for making sure my wiring was good. And thanks to Matthew's Presbyterian Church for selling me this, and for my wife for tolerating my need to do something. you.